So last week, there has been a protest in Madagascar that the Gen Z came out and were protesting about the lack of water, no light. And then the president even made an order that they should be shot. That is, he told the police to shoot those people protesting in the streets. And the African Union did not see all of this. Sometimes when you feel you've seen it all, Africa will just shock you. From one country to the other, you just see something else that will make you feel as if you've not even started seeing anything at all. When all of this protest was going on, African Union leaders did not really come to terms to reason with the Gen Zs, the citizens of Madagascar, to know what actually is happening, why are some of these things happening, and call the president to order in order to put an end to whatever situation or problem going on in Madagascar. Neglecting all of these issues that were going on in Madagascar, the military intervened and there was a coup d'etat whereby uh, they successfully took over the leadership of the country. So after this taking over, the president is normally supposed to be sworn in, but that is when the African leaders came in and said no. They suspended him from African Union. But notwithstanding, this is giving us another impression that African Union, which is supposed to be representing the citizens, the interest of Africans, is not really like that. Because if you check deeply, you will discover that most of these leaders did not even get that position in the right way. Because if you came in with or through the true democracy you people claim is really the thing in Africa, you won't see evil perpetrating among a people in a country and you won't come out to say anything. You won't see people protesting against water, against light, against a lot of injustice being done to them by a leader. And you won't fold your arms and keep quiet. And when the military intervene, that is when they know that democracy is the thing. That is when they will start talking about how that the real procedure should be followed, the real thing should be taken. But this African Union said, how are we even sure that it is not yet colonized by the Europeans? Because they are not showing interest and they are not propagating the interest of African citizens. Rather, they are only after the interest of their fellow presidents. As a leader, we all know that you are there to serve the interest of your people, to defend them, and to do things that will propagate growth, unity, peace, economic stability, and much more in the country. But in Madagascar, the case is culturally different. Let's look at some case scenarios and what people are saying concerning the coup d'etat.
So let me get this straight. Madagascar conducts a coup because the current president didn't give a damn about the people. They install somebody who they know will represent the people. And the first thing the African Union does is deny his legitimacy and threaten Madagascar with sanctions. Is that what you're telling me? Didn't Ibrahim Traore have that same situation with the African Union? Isn't that why he decided to create the AES? Africa, are you getting it yet? The African Union is an enemy. It's Africa. They can't make it any more clear. You see, while the African Union was created by the likes of Muammar Gaddafi, Haile Selassie, figures in the African continent that held prestige and had the best interest at heart for the African people, today it's controlled by Western powers. And they use the African Union as a medium to install their puppets that oversee the continent, that provide them unlimited access to the continent and its resources. You understand? They are puppets, and they need to be disbanded. They even went as far as to send a delegation to Madagascar, completely ignoring its sovereignty, as if the AU owns Madagascar, which it does not. Madagascar is a sovereign nation. It can decide for itself who is going to lead them and who's not. So the AU decides they're going to send a delegation to install order, to install somebody in power that they believe will serve their best interest. It sounds like you want to install another puppet that the West can control. If you're compromised, just say so. It's obvious. And it's just a matter of time before we get rid of you.
I have a question. Is the African Union controlled by France? It almost seems that way because right now they've just kicked out Madagascar from being a part of the African Union. This is crazy. They kicked out the president who was being controlled by France, who was even a citizen of France, who was even helped by France to escape the country. And now the African Union, they are literally siding with that guy over the Gen Zs, the military, and the people of Madagascar. Can you believe this? They are choosing France over the African people. In fact, the people of Madagascar, they say that they are very happy that their country is headed the Sahel state direction. That is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They're saying that the African Union, it's full of leaders that that are affiliated with the West, leaders that only think about themselves. They do not care about African people. The only people they care about are the people in their own families. Like seriously, the African Union, they decided to keep quiet the whole time that the former president of Madagascar was there. He was doing all those deals with the French. They kept quiet. But then when the people stood up and they fought back, that's when the African Union, they're deciding to remove Madagascar wholly from the African Union. Can you believe this? They're still choosing France after this whole time, after how much Africans have said, we want nothing to do with the French. These leaders, they keep on doing this just for money. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Madagascar deserves to be kicked out of the African Union. What do you think? Is the African Union controlled by the French?